What's happening? I'm Iron Man from the music group theLottory, Showtime Records, and we are talking about Big D, the Dallas Mavericks. Could they go 2-0 on this brand new season 2019-2020? They faced off against the up-and-coming, the young starts, the Los Angeles Pelicans, the New Orleans Lakers. You know why I call them that, because they got three of my former Lakers from last year. They're on the squad. You know LONZO Ball, no introduction needed. He had a pretty good game, started off all right. I don't know if y'all noticed or not during the game, but he worked hard during the summer to change up his shot, to give a little bit more traditional form and structure. And when you do that, some days it's going to look great, and other days it's going to look haphazard, because it takes thousands and thousands of repetitions to erase those years and years of bad habits. But besides that, towards the end of the game, he started off kind of hot. Towards the end of the game, he couldn't buy a three-pointer. He had one, but it just wasn't enough, for them to pull off that upset victory. I'm calling it an upset. He had a good all-around game, but he only ended up shooting like 25%. So you got some good days, bad days. Shout out to you, Lonzo. I'm glad that your ankle is feeling a lot better. Hope you're adjusting well. Had your boy Josh Hart. This guy Josh Hart came off the bench, playing very well. No pun intended, but he plays stupendous defense. And he hustles and he plays with all heart. He was frustrating the Mavericks all night long and knocking down jumpers. The thing is, he had that breakaway steal. That he got from Luka Doncic. We're calling it a steal. I couldn't see it because the camera was on the other side. Luka looked at the referee like, yo, he smashed through my arm. But what people don't notice about that play, though, is because at the end when he got the layup, I think it was Maximilian Kleber, he hustled. He hustled to try to get that chase down block. And if he didn't get his fingertips on there, I couldn't actually see that it showed a close up. He was a fingertip away. From knocking that ball over the rim. That was a tremendous hustle. Even though he didn't get it commended, I got to commend him, and kudos to you. If no one else is saying anything about it, I noticed, and I'm shouting out to you because I appreciate the heart and hustle you displayed on that play. Then you got Brandon Ingram. I'm glad, thank God, that you recovered from your, I believe it's called thoracic surgery on his shoulder for a blood clot. I didn't want another Chris Bosh situation. And he's averaging like 24 points a game and like 6 rebounds and like 4 assists. Those are all-star numbers. And he was creating a huge problem for Kristaps Porzingis late in the game when they switched him on him. But I'm going to talk about that a little bit later. I'm just glad that you guys are healthy. Let's talk about these Dallas Mavericks. Okay. Dallas Mavericks came slow out of the gate. Can somebody please, if you like this type of content, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, and leave a comment. What type of comment? Man, if someone can please tell me, is this Courtney Lee experiment over? I have nothing against the guy. I've always heard great things about him. He's not in the long-term plans for the Mavericks. You've got a bunch of young guys on the team, guys who are hungry, and new guys on the team. Justin Jackson, Dorian Finney-Smith, all these guys, some of these guys got new contracts. We've got to play them so they can get comfortable playing with the Wondercorn, Kristaps Porzingis, and Luka Doncic, so they can be ready by the end of the year so we can count on them. Have some supreme confidence in these guys. Don't be playing people that they might get traded later on. Come on, I don't know if you're playing them to build up his value, but come on, man, stop. He only played a few minutes, and they got down by a whole bunch of points. Hey guys, I noticed it the first game. He don't need to be playing. He don't need to be starting. Definitely not starting, not hardly playing at all. Only if we have a bunch of injuries, and God forbid we have that. But DeLon Wright, man, he didn't start this game. I questioned that after the first game. I was like, why are these guys starting? It doesn't make any sense. Why don't you want DeLon Wright starting with Luka? Luka draws a lot of attention. Double teams. He needs to kick it out. He needs to kick it out to knock down shooters. Maximilian Kleber is, he's a pretty good shooter. He's a decent shooter, for a power forward or / center. That's okay, but he didn't start today. We'll get to that in a second. But then you got, DeLon Wright, Dorian Finney-Smith. Oh, come on, man. No. It forces Luka to be superhuman and get like 30 plus a game. We don't want that. Why? Because it adds to wearing down Luka Doncic, and we don't want that. The same thing that happens to who? Mr. Sidesteps, step back, one-legged three-pointer now. I'm talking none other than James Harden for these Houston Rockets. That's why they always get put out in the playoffs, because he's exhausted from carrying the team the entire season. We don't want that with Luka Doncic. That's why I was saying, I know he can run point, but we don't want him to do that. It's going to wear him out. We want someone to help carry the load of running the team. I'm not talking about leading the offense and running plays. I'm talking about bringing the ball down the floor. Guarding the other opposing point guard. You need somebody with a little bit short, a little bit more speed, who can focus on that and don't have to worry about getting buckets. That's why I was saying, man, get Jalen Brunson back into the game, and he got that start. That's what I'm talking about. I don't know that Carlisle is listening to me, so that was good. You had him, you had Luka, but man, it's Courtney Lee that caused problems. And then when we had Dorian Finney-Smith at the power forward, oh man, I'm gonna tell y'all real quick something I always tell people: don't adjust what you do and what you're good at, what you're comfortable at, for what the other team is doing. If you play Maximilian Kleber, he played power forward / center last year and did well. He was doing well last year. I don't understand why you would take him out. Oh, they got Brandon Ingram starting at power forward, so let's get Jordan back. No, man, do what you do. Make them sit down Brandon Ingram and say, hey man, they got Maximilian Kleber starting at power forward. He's too small to guard Maximilian Kleber. Let's put somebody else bigger in the game. See, that's the way you want to think, because what you practice is what you're going to be good at. If you're adjusting every single game, you're going to get haphazard, different results. So they put Maximilian Kleber on the bench. We say, man, we need some big people coming off the bench. You got Boban Marjanovic or Maranovic. I'm not really sure. I think it's Marjanovic. I'm not really sure. Correct me in the comment section. I appreciate that. Let him play. You're like, oh man, he's too slow. No. He's too big. He's too big. Whatever your weaknesses is usually your strength on the opposite end. If you're not fast enough to keep up with guys, then you're probably way bigger for them to be able to stop you. You got to bring them into the game and go to them like 4 or 5 times in a row. Make them call a timeout. Make them take one of them short guys out of the lineup and put somebody else bigger in there to guard him. Make them adjust to what you do. Why pay him a contract to not even be able to play? He did not play. Coach's decision. Doesn't make any sense whatsoever. KP, talking about what? Oh, before I get to KP, we're talking about Tim Hardaway Jr. I'm glad he looked healthy. He had that rolling ankle or something like that on his foot issue last game. He looked to be okay, but he came off the bench and he continues to struggle. He was used to starting in New York, then he came over here, and then he was starting, and then he went to the bench, and then he was playing in and out, and now they're doing the same thing. Now they're putting him on the bench. I'm sure his ego is not feeling good right now. He's on the bench for DeLon Wright. He's like, who is this guy? I was like, man, it's not good. It's not a good look, and he's already locked up in his contract, so play this guy. If you're going to play him off the bench, man, y'all need to have a talk with him and make sure he's okay with that. Everybody's not Lou Williams. Everybody can't just come out like Eric Gordon, just interchangeably come off the bench and do as well and not have a problem with their mental psyche and their approach to the game. But he struggled. Everybody on the bench, everybody else, Seth Curry and them, they were okay. Justin Jackson, they were okay. Not great, but they were okay, except for Tim Hardaway Jr., who really brought them down. But man, Kristaps Porzingis, he was pretty good again. Shot a high percentage. But you know the main thing I saw about this guy? Oh, he was knocking down jumpers. I mean, he has got the stroke. I mean the stroke from 30 feet. They come off pick and roll. He is knocking down these damn jumpers. Man, he knocks down jumpers. The turnaround out the back. Hey, man, I'm loving all that. All that. But the main thing is, the reason I'm so happy we got rid of that trash brother, I don't even want to say his name from last year, but DeAndre Jordan. This guy's all big, 6'10", 6'11", for no reason. He's averaging like almost a block a game. That's it. That's outrageous. Okay? But man, KP I think he had like 4 or 5 blocks today. 4 or 5 blocks. He's rejecting that stuff. Get them out of here. That's what you need. You run them guys down into the lane. You got somebody who is sending that stuff back. People start driving in. They start thinking about it, adjusting their shots, and they don't want no more parts of that. They don't want none of that. They don't want to be on the poster. They don't want to be no. They don't want none of that. So man, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Now he has the ability to do that. But you notice he bulked up a little bit, but he's still a very slender guy. And that's why he doesn't want to play center. Rick Carlisle, hey man, I know y'all signed him to a long-term deal, but hey, just because he's there doesn't mean he's happy. He doesn't want to play center. He's just like Anthony Davis. I do not want to play center. I want to be a power forward. So, man, don't start it at center. Or don't try to say, hey, man, we're playing Dorian Finney-Smith at center. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. That is stupid. He's not Draymond Green, man. Everybody's not Draymond Green. Everybody can't handle that tough load. Listen, play Maximilian Kleber. If you want to start Dwight Powell when he comes back, don't rush him back. That's cool too. But man, they work well together. They work well together and they can just dominate on the backboards and get blocks all day long. You need to start Jalen Brunson. You got to have Luka at the small forward, and you got to have somebody else at the shooting guard. I would actually prefer, I know it's crazy, Ryan Brokoff when he comes back, because he is suddenly a very effective player, and he plays well with Luka Doncic, especially in all of double teams. He's got the stroke, he can drive in, he's got some size on him, he plays defense, but no one's going to do that because he doesn't have a big name. And I know Tim Hardaway Jr. is going to complain, DeLon Wright and all those other people are going to complain too, but that's just me in a perfect world. That's who I would have starting next to him. And then you have Tim Hardaway Jr. coming off the bench with Seth Curry and DeLon Wright. DeLon Wright is a point guard. He just doesn't shoot well from the outside. So him and Seth Curry can share those point guard duties off the bench. And then you got Tim Hardaway to knock down buckets, got Dorian Finney-Smith to play tough-nosed defense, and then you have Maximilian Kleber or Dwight Powell, whoever coming off the bench for that center position, and that's a squad. And then you can interchange them with Justin Jackson. So let's go. I mean, what are we doing? It's not difficult to put a lineup together to get buckets, but that's what I'm talking about. I pretty much, they came out and they were flat. They couldn't play defense. I mean, that Derek Favors was looking like a Hall of Famer with these guys. Drew Holiday, they were just running offense with Lonzo Ball. They were getting easy assists. They came back. Hey, kudos to the Dallas Mavericks. They stuck it out. They grinded it out. Man, they came back with some tough, hard-nosed defense. I already mentioned those 5 blocks. They got some steals. They started knocking down a few buckets, and the Pelicans they went ice cold. I mean, so hey, you got to learn how you get down early. You can't just give it up and throw in a towel. So that's good for them to face some trepidation early on in the season to see if you still got that heart to stick with it and end it in the end. And they did. They ended up with that good victory. And so I was pretty excited by them. Seth Curry, he shot pretty well off the bench. I think I've pretty much, covered everything in the game except for that fantastic performance from this guy, Luka Magic.
Right from the jump, Luka is aggressive, driving to the hole with a nice alley-oop, and the finish for the Mavs Even though they are down, he is still pushing, still grind. Oh, look at the handles and the strong finish in the lane over the taller defender. Gets the rebound, pushes it on the break. Euro, stab, layup on the left side with the right hand. That looked so pretty. Then they're working, the wonder chord. The step back. Wet. You know what that is. Okay, we got, wonder chord up top. He said, I'm driving. I'm going to take this all the way. I'm going to take this all the way. Y'all boys ain't going to stop me. I'm going to keep on going until I get this layup. He said, because I'm so big, I can look over the top. Great pass to the cutting Maxi Kleber. You know what he's dancing. He's dancing side step back. Wet. It wasn't wet, but it rolled in. He got the shooter's touch. Oh, my God. And then, off the offensive rebound, he cuts in. Jalen Brunson, Villanova's finest, finds him on a cut to the hole for the layup and an and one opportunity on the break. What a pass to DeLon Wright, coming off the bench, filling the lane, getting layups. Good pass! They're cutting to the hole. He's going to find you. Porzingis wanted the foul. Said he got scratched on the arm. They didn't give it to him, but they kept clawing, kept coming back. He's strong to the hole. Another alley-oop and the finish to Dorian Finney-Smith. Those buckets don't come easy than that. And the fake pass. He's showing out right now. He almost got that steal. He continues to cut, trying to get these easy buckets, and one. That's what happens when you hit the weight room during the off season. That's what he was doing. You too far out. Behind the back, handles back through the leg. Hesitation, strong floater through the lane. It's good clutch time. It's number 77, Luka Doncic time at the top of the key. Screen and roll. We know what this is. Step backboard. The bank is open in New Orleans, and Doncic has deposited a three.
He is for show, making sure that he gets that all-star nod. He said, I'm starting from game one, and what I'm going to do after I score like 34 points, what am I going to do in the second game? I'm going to get a triple-double. That's what I'm going to do. Not only did I get a triple-double, it makes me, I have the most triple-doubles out of anybody in the history of the NBA, including Magic Johnson, under the age of 21. Kudos for you. My number 77, Luka Magic. This guy was, is there anything that this guy cannot do? I thought it was a good move at the end of the game, because the offense sputtered, and instead of them running offensive pick and rolls, which was working with Luka, it was working earlier in the game, they stopped that and they said, you know what, we're going to stand around and just throw it to Kristaps Porzingis with Drew Holiday on him or Brandon Ingram on him. And Brandon Ingram he's as thinner than I am. It doesn't make any sense. That's what I'm saying. Kristaps Porzingis, because he's so tall, he has a very high center of gravity, so somebody much shorter can hold him off if you're strong enough. So instead of him taking 14 footers, now he's taking 18 footers because he can't get around, and he can't move them down. He don't have all that weight on him on his backside to push people down closer into the paint. So they were playing him straight up. He was taking difficult shots. They did the right thing. He got that fifth foul. They put him on the bench. They said, let's run it through Luka. And Luka Magic every time. It's gotta be magic. It's got to be magic. It's gotta be magic. You see him hit that off the backboard? What the? You knew it was coming. I mean, hey, I'm not the only one. You knew that was coming. I'm like, these are buckets. He's gonna get these buckets. Then he went into the lane. He sidestepped with a little floating. Oh man, I wish I had some popcorn. Man, hey, shout out to Louisiana. Man, let's go. This guy is hooping. He He is hooping for real, for real. Triple-double in the second game. That's how you doing it? Oh my God. Man, that off the backboard. And you know what shocked me about it is he was like, yeah, I meant to do that. He's like, yeah. He was slapping his chest going down. Hey, he said, don't worry about it, Kristaps. Don't worry about it, Mavericks fans. I don't care if we're in New Orleans right now. I'm repping for the Dallas Mavericks, and we are now 2-0. Get your all-star ballots ready. If you like this content, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you never miss a brand new video. Like the video and leave a comment. I'm Iron Man from the music group The Lottery, Showtime Records. Holla.